Attractive women really do lack conversational skills. It's always the basic-looking women who actually know how to hold a conversation and actually have a great personality. Have you considered that attractive women just have no interest in speaking to you? You expect him to have thought about that? Geez, you got higher hopes for him than me. This just goes to show just because somebody has a mouth doesn't mean they got anything good to say that comes out of it. Cause yeah, no, way to go having that logic of, yes, attractive women means that they don't have any conversational skills. Yeah, totally not because they're not interested in you. Nope, they just have bad conversational skills. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. For the day, we're going back into r/NotHowGirlsWork, and if you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Okie dokie, like, yeah. Female dragonflies will fake their own death to avoid mating with unwanted males. Looks like we need to evolve, ladies. I think at this point it was either a dragonfly or praying mantis, and I know one of those two was a lot more violent than the other. And anybody that knows your bug facts, you know exactly why. News: blank, the Republican nominee in Virginia's blank district just suggested that these victims should not be allowed to get the fetus because they are unlikely to get pregnant if it's actually that. It's not something that's happening organically. You're forcing it. I can't be the only one that thinks that there should be some kind of intelligence test you take before you take any political office. I'm fairly certain that test should be long before this. You're saying that, like, if somebody doesn't want to get pregnant, they're not going to get pregnant. Like, it's just a superpower. You'd put every single contraceptive business out of business if that was the case. Now that I've deleted all of my old tweets, I want to reiterate. Women still shouldn't code, and I trashed their resumes at Google so they could raise families instead. Independent free women means destroyed families, the deletus goes up, and divorce goes up. This just goes to show, just because you might call yourself big brain, and even if your brain did have a large mass, that don't mean anything's in there. Airplane hangars are big, and do you see them packed to the brim at all times? It's as simple and easy as that. Sick of getting creepy DMs? Don't post selfies. Meanwhile, I'm guessing that DumDum here posts all the selfies he wants online and then wonders why no wonderful lady messages him. Just let people post what they want on the internet without being creeps about it. Also, I don't know who the guy on the right is, but I know his TikTok videos. He's gotten really famous from not even saying a single word, and honestly, I gotta say, that's pretty cool. I have the utmost respect for this dude's energy in his videos, because I can guarantee you work retail long enough, you start doing his hand gesture without even knowing it. I want you to all look at this face. This political lawmaker literally just said that women can easily control when they allow a man to shoot the baby batter inside them by controlling the intake of nut. And that is all you need to know about the lawmakers of this country. Yeah, it just goes to show even women sometimes don't know how women work. A woman can carry 2 different men's seeds at a time. A woman can give birth to 10 kids from that 9-month pregnancy. I am not against rights, but I am a father to my daughter. I didn't know this needed to be said before, but please do not get your human anatomy facts from frickin' Animal Planet. And also, on today's episode of What Object Are Women? Apparently Nintendo Switch game cartridges. Take your guess at what they will be in the next one. Spencer, definition on Urban Dictionary. A woman who is old and not married. They are usually crazy and are just more proof that women need us men. Note, when men are old and not married, it's stylish. The Trunchbull from Ronald Dahl's Matilda, Joan Rivers. If anybody here hasn't seen Matilda, I highly recommend it. It's a good movie. Also, Miss Trunchbull would only need men as curling bars. Like, I can't be the only one remembering the part in the movie where her car broke down, so in order to drive back to the dealer, she picked the car up and spun it around. Hello. Sorry for the DM, but you are adorable. Thanks, but I'm gay. Oh, a pity for us men. You are really breathtaking. I don't know where else you could have seen me, but in a lesbian thread where I literally wrote that I'm a lesbian. So, it's just had a hope. A hope that what? I was lying? No, that you liked also guys sometimes, because I really lost my breath.
Yeah, that's not how lesbian works. The amount of times I've come across on this channel how many times people are told, hey, I don't swing that way, and then people think, oh, well, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that because if I try hard enough and believe in the power and the heart of the cards and all that stuff, you can change somebody's sexuality. Yeah, no, you please stop that. And it doesn't care who you are. I know that there has been a lot of cases, and sometimes with even notable names like Jeffree Star in the past, and it's not cool. Back in the old days, women knew how to use a calendar to predict their fertile days and avoided that kind of activity during those days. There was no health risk attached to that, 100% safe and quite effective. There really is no excuse to get pregnant other than forced that thing, since there are hundreds of ways to prevent it. As for when women do get pregnant, men experience 18 to 21 years of forced child support, absolutely no say whatsoever in whether the woman will carry his baby and birth it. Pregnant women are not shunned in today's world. That's just a laughable comment. And the lifelong responsibility for another being is not sudden. Grown women know where babies come from, and if they don't want one, they should protect themselves from having one. Get tubes tied. How about that? It's reversible. Instead, you all demand now mandatory vasectomies. Are you crazy? Forced sterilization of men because women can't keep their pants on. She can't have a bun in the oven if she doesn't willingly open the oven. Why is this video covering the whole women can shut off when they get pregnant on will kind of thing? Why is that the common factor in this thing? After reading this, I decided to look up some articles to see how reversible each one was, and it looks like the tube ligation, which is the tubes tied, is about 50 to 80% reversible, or able to get pregnant after having it undone, whereas the dudes is a bit of a higher rate. However, I've seen a whole bunch of articles that also state the longer you go without it being reversed, the harder it is to get it reversed. I'm not entirely sure on that one.
Modern day women are allergic to this word called freaking accountability.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the caption to this one said thanks FNF, and I immediately went stupid and thought, well, what did Fast and Furious do?
I repeat this again. Wearing ankle chain is the sign of lesbian or worker.
Yeah, I can't say that word. Ah, yes, the good old classic of making assumptions based on what somebody wears. Yeah, no, it's one of those unfortunate tales as old as time.
And if his wife is pregnant, she will give birth to children with various facial features that are completely different from her husband's.
Oh, I see that ad, and I know that this has gotta be good.
Did the marriage counselor give the wife the idea to open a brothel at her own house? What do neighbors say? What do passing by reporters say? Or if their husband finds out? As tightly as the smell of carrion is closed, it will definitely be smelled. It won't end well, will damage the image of the wife and her husband in the eyes of society. And if their husband is the jealous type, it will lead to something violent ending.
You know, part of me wants to see how far that this conversation goes, but another part of me just wants to tell them, hey, you might want to look up to see what The Onion actually is. And I gotta say, if you haven't seen any of The Onion videos, they got an interesting type of humor, but they make it so official looking that people actually get fooled. Like so. Like the one I remember the most is the MacBook wheel, just because of how ridiculous and stupid it was, but they made it look like a legitimate thing. If you haven't seen any of the Onion's news reports on stuff, definitely give at least 1 or 2 videos a watch. You'll exactly know what I'm talking about.
Women have more reproductive rights than men. Even if a fetus deletus was taken off the table, it won't. It'll only return to being a state-by-state basis, and since most pro-lifers are women, states that ban it will represent the female minority who want to ban it, and vice versa. They still have unilateral decision-making abilities to choose who to be the parent or not, without repercussions.
The more I see stuff like this, the more I'm starting to realize it's pretty easy to spot when somebody lives on the right half of the US, because all of their states on the right side are small. Like Maryland compared to, say, Colorado is very, very tiny. And like last I checked with some fun facts about state sizes, you could be driving for 7 hours and not leave Texas. And that's not even the largest state in the US. There are some pretty big states. Look at Alaska. Can you imagine how hard it would be if Alaska was banned?
No, please, not her.
When it's your first day as a therapist and you see a rainbow-haired girl walk in. The more I see people getting upset about people having their hair dyed, I just find it ridiculous for the fact that you know the same dum-dum goes home and watches anime. Because it's not like there's a whole game that everybody plays called Spot the Main Character. If somebody wants to dye their hair, then that's all them. The only thing that's changing about them is their hair color, and that's it. But with that, that is going to have to be with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Maybe check out another video or two, that'd be darn dandy of yous. But with that, I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.